Hey, what is going on, everybody? Tim Loy here for the 0 Hour with my man Jeff Hobbs, and we are bringing you the first of what will be several fighter spotlights as we get ready to go into our first events starting October the 30th. A little bit later tonight, we're going to record our episode of the 0 Hour proper podcast with more interviews. But for this here, we're going to be joined by Logan Neal, and we're going to talk to him as we get ready for his big fight coming up October 30th. Jeff, we got Logan Neal taking on Dimitry. We're going to bring him in here, and we're going to get to chat with him.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's bring him in, man.
Logan, my man, what's going on? Logan, the real deal Neal, joins us here on the 0 Hour as we get ready to go into Aries 1. It goes down October 30th, Chattanooga, Camp Jordan Arena. How's it going, Logan?
Pretty good, man. How are you guys doing?
We're good, man. We're good. We're excited to have you here. It's our first ever spotlight interview here. So looking forward to diving in and talking about what's been going on with you, man. It's been now a few months, several months, I guess, since your last outing. Big fight with Charlie Alexander. Came up on the wrong side of the scorecards, but a pretty nice performance, I thought, on your end overall. You really kind of started coming on in that last round. Before we get talking about what's coming up, let's kind of revisit that. I think you've been on social media and you've been kind of vocal about maybe wanting to get a rematch down the road. But talk a little bit about how that fight went, your experience there at the Underground, and how you thought the fight played out. Anything surprised you? Anything? Was there anything that you surprised yourself with in that fight? I thought the third round, had you fought the entire fight like you fought the third round, things may have been a little bit different. Talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, Charlie's a tough guy, and he's been around the sport for a long time. So, I got some respect there. Made some minor mistakes. I could have definitely tried hard to get up. Pushed myself a little bit more when I was stuck on bottom. I kind of just hit like a mental lock. But on the feet was definitely winning all of the exchanges. Would love to fight him again. I'm sure, like you said, y'all seen that online. You got to show the respect. He's definitely been around for a minute, but very minor adjustments needed to make to win that fight. So whenever he's ready, I'm ready. So
what was the
experience like?
Yeah,
experience like, man, it was great. We had a great fight. I found out a lot.
I mean, the show as a whole, Logan. How was the whole? That was a first time event for the Underground. What was just from start to finish?
Dude, it was awesome, man. I remember when you brought me in, I was just like, hell yeah, man. This is gritty. I like this.
That was right up your alley, wasn't it?
Oh man, 100%. I loved it. I'd do it again. The whole experience was great. I loved the garage door opening when you walked out. It was definitely an underground setting. You guys did a hell of a job with that show, so I look forward to doing another one.
What did you kind of take away from that fight as far as you got to go 15 minutes for the first time? I think that was the first time you've gone a full 15.
No, I went with Nathan Ariaga fought to a decision. You
guys went all the rounds. You did. So second time going the full 15 minutes. You got it in you now at this point. And I've got to say, if anything, your strength of schedule has been solid here as you started your pro career. You fought a lot of tough guys as an amateur. You fought really tough guys as a pro. Had a Bellator experience as well. I know you're eager to get back to that. What have you been doing to kind of get to make that happen? What changed? We talked a little bit last year when we had you on the old podcast about how that kind of was an eye opener to you as to that next level. You want to get back to that level. You got a taste of it. You want to get it. You want to get it again. What changes have you made since then in your training regimen to kind of be more, I guess, quote unquote, not saying you weren't serious about things, but to be even more serious?
Well, right after I made my pro debut, we had the coronavirus stuff happen. So it was like I was out for almost a year with that. But, got the Bellator call shortly after everything kind of opened back up. But had not been training, man. I kind of went back to work and just was doing my own thing, but not really training like I should. I think I spent like 10 weeks out of the gym. And once I got that call, man, I was like, dude, this is what you want to do. You got to be more professional about it. You got to stay in the gym. You can't just take a fight and then go out and take 2 months off and then take another fight, jump back in. You spend the first 4 weeks of an 8-week camp trying to get in shape. You got to just stay in the gym and Heck, dude, at least train, man. I mean, you ain't got to go kill it and go ham every day. You know, this training every day has really just kept me in a lot better shape. You mentioned going the 3.5s with Charlie. Dude, I felt great. Not necessarily anything to brag about. I should have been a little bit more tired, maybe trying to get up more. But, you know, like my cardio felt good because I just train all the time. I don't have to – when I jump into a fight camp, I don't have to get back in shape. You know what I mean? I just start ramping it up. So that's got to be the biggest change is just training all the time, every day.
And I think that's got to be obviously conducive to, you know, getting those short notice opportunities for a Bellator or a bigger show like that, being in shape already, being able to make the weight without having to go through the whole process of a training camp. You know, you're already in some baseline of shape to begin with. So that's got to make a huge difference.
Right. Yeah, man. I mean, I literally at the gym right now. So yeah, I wake up and train, and that's the last thing I do before I go to sleep. So.
What are some of the things that we can look forward to coming up in this next one? So we got October 30th coming up. You're fighting a guy from down in Atlanta, X3, Dimitry Miller. First time that we've seen him on one of our cards. So I don't have a whole lot of background on the guy. What have you been able to do? Anything you've been able to figure out on what we can expect here?
Yeah, man. I mean, Dimitri's a tough dude. You know, I like to fight really like guys that's been that have established themselves as professionals more. You know, all my fights, the guys have had more fights than me. But we had to take this one because, you know, Mike Wilson had to pull out with a broken hand. But, you know, Dimitri's no slouch, dude. We went and watched some of his old Emmy fight. He was like 7-2 or something as an amateur, I think. I can't remember the exact record, but he's 1-1 as a professional. But a tough guy, man. He's scrappy. He even went to decision with Mike Wilson, the original opponent. So we got to see that fight. I mean, like I said, this isn't I don't consider this like just a easy win. You know, we're gonna go out there and put in the same work that we would if we were fighting for the Bellator or UFC. You know.
Most definitely, Jeff. What you got, man?
Man, I just want to talk about the upcoming fight in general, man. What's it feel like having a promotion now that's pretty much going to make home base your hometown, Chattanooga? You know, Aries is new. We're coming in, and for all intent and purposes, Chattanooga is going to be home for us. You know, for 2022, we're going to venture out. You know, we're in Cotton Eye Joe November 5th, and you know, could be there more. But for the most part, your home is now going to be our home. So how does that feel now? You've had fights at home, obviously, before, but a new promotion at home. What kind of feeling is that giving you? A lot of guys from the gym are on this card, your gym. So what's the vibe at the gym now with the brand new promotion, pretty much the whole gym on this card? What's everybody feeling about the whole situation?
Oh, man, we're excited. Really couldn't be more excited. It's going to be awesome to have more fights in Chattanooga. We kind of got away from that for a while, just like, you know, once a year maybe?
Right.
Yeah.
So it'll be good, man. I think it's great exposure for Chattanooga too. You know, that's going to bring a lot. Y'all, we don't just have local fighters on the card, man. We fly people in, and you know what I mean. It's not all one-sided. So I'm super excited, man. I couldn't be more thankful for it, really. I mean,
let's not
great. All these guys.
Yeah, let's not forget, Logan. Y'all are breaking in a brand new cage. Like the first feet to step foot in it, you know, never its threshold has never been crossed before. Brand new, shiny cage, and you guys will be the first ones to break it in.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited. I think it's going to be great. You know, we're also moving gyms, as you guys know, so we're going to have like same kind of cage in the gym, and we're making big moves here at home, man. Chattanooga's about to be a lot bigger in the mixed martial arts scene than I really feel like in Nashville and Knoxville. You know what I mean? Like North Georgia. Like, I feel like Chattanooga's kind of going to take over, man. We've got a ton of guys coming out of this gym, very talented guys.
I've said it for years. I've said it for years that Chattanooga is kind of that hidden gym down there that has, you know, to me, the Chattanooga area has always been the most quote unquote game to to challenge themselves. You know what I mean? A lot of the guys in the other markets are much pickier, I guess you would say, when it comes to who they'll fight, who they won't fight. Chattanooga guys, for the most part, you know, they don't turn down much other than the collar. You know, they're gonna go for who you're offering most of the time, which makes my job a lot easier. Why do you think that is? Why do you think what makes the Chattanooga guys a different breed? You know, I know that there's obviously very good wrestling down there, so a lot of guys kind of come up, you know, through those wrestling programs, and I maybe that instills a different kind of mindset. But what would you say makes Chattanooga a little bit different than the other areas?
Man, you've got all these little like backwoods country towns surrounding Chattanooga, and you know everybody hangs out in Chattanooga. So a lot of these guys, man, they've been fighting since way before training. You know what I mean? They were fighting in the streets. Like they're just game dudes, man. Look at a lot of people from like Miami that's made it up. You know what I mean? Like Ray Masvidal or California. You know these beach guys, man. They've all grown up fighting their whole lives. So when they get to training, you know, it's just nothing new except getting into another fight. so they're just gonna fight the best that they can.
What's the if you had to say who the uncovered diamond is at Agoge right now? Who's somebody that's flying under the radar that's training with you guys over there that you aren't really talking about just yet, but they will be here soon?
Man, I couldn't answer that question and pick out one person, dude. I really cannot answer that question and just have one guy that comes to mind. We've got so many talented guys that have trained for a long time, and they're just now saying, "Hey, I want to fight," you know, because we're just growing. Like, dude, not even 2019, early 2020, I was the only fighter at Agoge, the only guy that fought. People were like, "What's Agoge?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now when we show, if we got 10 guys fighting on the card, man, 8 of them are winning. You know what I mean? Like. And the 2 that are usually like a short notice guy or somebody that just like he wanted to train or something, you know. We've got.
Let me answer it for you, Logan. Let me answer for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Brivin Sullivan is he might be the unappreciated one right now, but he's surely on everybody. He's in everybody's mouth right now. That's for sure.
Dude, Brevin ain't no joke, man. He's the cockiest one too.
That's right.
That Joker, man. We love him to death, though. He's very talented on the feet, and of course here at Agoge, you know, our main base was jiu-jitsu starting, so that can only get better. You know, I feel like the ground game will only make your stand-up game better than what it was, because who cares if you get taken down? You know what I mean? Like, take me down. Like,
I mean, the kid last time in Chattanooga might as well have been a walking billboard. Fight me, fight me, fight me. Because, he put it out there. So. Yeah, I don't know if he's necessarily flying under the radar at 1-0 now, because he's definitely in a lot of people's mouths right now. So he's not. You know, some of you guys, you go through your ups and downs and your ebbs and flows of not being able to find fights, and I don't think Brevin's going to have that problem for a little while.
And you know, Brevin, I'll say, man, Brevin on the feet is one of the toughest rounds you'll get in the gym. That Joker, man, he is very. You know, he trained with David Robbins for a very long time, and before that, he was just a tough kid. And, you know, so he got a lot of striking knowledge from David, and then now that he's here, he's getting the ground game and even more striking. So, I mean, man, like he's definitely one to keep your eye on.
Have you ever won a round against Torres in the gym?
Huh? All the time.
Don't lie. Don't lie. Have you ever won a round?
Dude, I choke him unconscious every day. No, man. Torres,
you know this is recorded, right?
He's a beast, man. He is a beast. You'll see this later, and I'll hear it tomorrow. But no, man, I'm always messing with him. Like, you can't take me down, and it's always funny, man. But he does. He picks me up over his head and then gently sets me down. Yeah.
No, hey, I got something. We're moving down to 45 on this fight.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Talk about that. You know, it's a conversation you and I have had a couple times over the years. I think more than one person has told you that 45 will probably be where you're gonna have your best success. How's that going? You know, we're still a month out from the fight, so it's not like I expect you to be on weight right now. But are you on pace? Has it been a big lifestyle change for you as far as making this next weight class down, or is it really just kind of being a little more disciplined?
Oh man, really, it's been pretty much the same, because here lately when I fought 55, I was walking 165. So 55 was bare, dude. I'd go in the sauna and sit for an hour and come out and pretty much make weight, you know. 45. I fought 45 as an amateur a couple times, you know, and I was cutting from like 72, like the week up, 5 days, man, was cutting from 70 something to 45, and was stepping the cage the next day like 168, 170 again. But you know, no, I think 45 is my more natural weight class. I think that I walk low enough that you know, it's not going to just be a gravy cut, but I'll make it. And you guys will see, man, I perform pretty well at 45. So I haven't had to change a ton, man. Like I said, I train every day, so I pretty much hover 65, maybe 70 some days. But I think get down to 60 the week of and just have a 15-pound water cut. It's not a huge deal.
Good, man. That's good. What before we get ready to wrap this thing up, man, I got one more unless Jeff's got something. What, you know, you're a guy that is trained at just about, with the exception of Blaylocks, I guess, you've trained at a pretty much all of the main Chattanooga area gyms over the course of your career. You know, MMA Institute with Jesse and Jeremiah, trained with David Robbins at AKB, now at Agogi. What you've kind of seen all the different aspects of training and different, you know, technique and different just mindsets, I guess, from the various coaches that you've been under. What makes Agogi different, would you say, at this point? Because I've got to say right now, you're at the best I've ever seen you. This is the best Logan Neal that we've seen over the years. And you've been fighting for several years at this point. So I've seen you go through various stages of development here. What's the catalyst here, you know, that has made Agogi kind of, you know, take you to that next level?
Yeah, man. You know, well, back when I had my very first fight ever with you guys, I fought out of Agogi.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it was pretty much just jiu-jitsu gym at the time. And when I came back, you know, I was like, met up with Chat Lavender, you know, who trained Jesse Grun and Jeremiah Gurley, and he took me up there, and I was like, man, this is more of an MMA gym. Came back, talked to Matt Harris. He was like, you know, you'll always have an open door here. Go check it out, man. That's more of an MMA gym. Get in there. And, you know, once they shut down, went to Killer Beast for about 2 years, and had an injury training with Larry Scott, our Muay Thai coach here at Agogi. And I was just training in his garage one day and popped my bicep. Took about 4 months out. Came back to Agogi after I healed up and everything, and it was much closer to home. And, man, it's like being back at where I felt like I should be here, man. Matt Harris, all the guys welcomed me right back, you know, after it's kind of like the modern day prodigal son. Came back, you know, and more of a family gym. And, you know, I was the only fighter, so they could work with me more one-on-one. And they really helped me improve a lot, man. And at the end of the day, dude, we're just one big family. This isn't a gym you have drama in. It's just such a tight-knit gym, man, that it's easy to – how can you not get better with all these guys that are just trying to help you get better, you know? We don't have any big heads in here just trying to kill you every day.
That makes a big difference, man. And it's astounding to see the growth over the past year, really, a year to year and a half that Agogi's had over there. Really is something impressive to see. Man, before we wrap this up, Logan, any final thoughts on this fight? Anything that anything you want to tell Dimitry, the fans out there that are on the fence about you know, coming to check out this first Aries show? I'll let you finish this off with a little promo, and also make sure you let our viewers know where they can follow your career on your social media. Yeah, man.
You know, huge thanks to Agogi, my family, everybody supporting me. I couldn't be happier right now. I feel great in fight camp. Dimitry, come ready, buddy, because I don't go away easy. So come on. You know, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, let's go. Let's get it.
All right. And where can we find your social media?
You can look me up at Logan Hunter Neal on Facebook. Logan_Neal 155 on Instagram, and that's pretty much my main social media. So check it out, guys. I'm always posting something on there, from music to motorcycles to fighting. So
yeah, that's right. He'll serenade you if you're lucky, and you'll get a song from the Sweet Sounds. Hey, man, we appreciate the time, man. Really looking forward to it. Honored to have you on this first ever Aries card, and I'm stoked to see where things go from here, man. Best of luck, and we'll be catching up with you after the fight.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys a ton. Thank you.
All right, see you, Logan.
See you guys.